Okay, we're back. Let's deal with this impending doom. And, I may want these. Oh no! Fire! Oh no, somebody's knocking. It's Ganon, of course. And apparently the Triforce of Power gives him immortality. And Link's sword magically appears in his hand. And it's not even the one I had equipped. I love how the game constantly does that. It's like, no! You can't use anything but the Master Sword in cutscenes! I don't care if you're not using your sword! And Ganon has gigantic golden swords that look pretty badass, honestly. I mean, who needs that thing? Okay, Ganon, let's do this. Navi, shut up. Alright, there are two ways to deal with this guy. The first way that I see a lot of people do is this. They stun him with a light arrow, and then they come around and hit him in the tail. You could use the big orange sword if you had it. I'm not going to. Obviously, that breaks the no sword rule. I always did this. Just roll him under his tail and then hit him. Also, as you could probably guess, he will in fact one-shot kill me. Which makes this incredibly stupid. Yeah, I could put Neighbor's Love up. I have it there on the side for a reason. I might want to use it eventually. Oh, nope, run away. If you miss, just move. Also, if you let him attack these, still, like, ruinous constructs, you can get items for it. Like, he'll get stopped by it, get angry, and attack it. Look, there's magic. In fact, I want it. My magic. Yoink. Oh wait, I need to hammer out before I roll. Okay. Roll! There is a chance of getting stuck on his legs and not making it through. It happens occasionally. Not often enough that I'm really all that worried, though. I'm not even sure what causes it. Like, I don't know if it was poor aim, or his tail being down and in the way, or just not doing it at the right point of the animation. But it happens, so if you're going to use this tactic, just be aware of that. It's not 100% foolproof. It's only like 99.9999999% foolproof. And yeah, this is seriously the way I've always done this fight. Like, ever since I was a kid. The game originally came out. I didn't even think to use light arrows on him. I just went, what's the easiest way to get to his obvious weak point? Through the middle! So, yeah, just gotta keep, rinse, and repeat it. There's really not a whole lot to say about it. Although, I will mention this. If you're still equipping the mirror shield, which if you're not doing a no shield run, you should be, his attack is in fact blockable. Which was something that was relatively new for me to learn about. I think if you don't come over and get the Master Sword right away, you can get this part timed out. So, just go ahead and do it. Okay guys, this is it. The no sword part of this run is done. The end of the game will literally not trigger unless I use the Master Sword. I could weaken him down with the hammer some more and then use the sword, but honestly, there's no point. So yeah, you get to see me actually swing the sword around, finally. You guys excited? Are you impressed by the fact I'm using a sword? You really shouldn't be, it's not anything different. It just means I'm hitting a different button now. Woo! Different button! I guess the sword is a little quicker, but you know, whatever. And I can do spin attacks. I was never very good with that until recently, like after Twilight Princess was released. Man, It's kind of annoying. Sometimes I can hit the tail without having to lock on, sometimes I can't. He's actually a little faster here, isn't he? Little things you notice. Like, I don't actually have time to completely turn around and get the camera behind me. There we go. I thought he was going to get me there. It's taking too long. Yep. And there it is, Zelda blasted with her ray of light. I mean, she's actually being useful for once. I'm amazed by it too. And we will deliver the final blow. Which, of course, does have to be done with the Master Sword. Woo, it's glowy! And just do it. Red blood, yeah! Because this is the awesomest version of the game. And the rest of the game is cutscene. So there you have it. This no sword, no shield 3-heart run is done. And I guess I'm satisfied with it. There are some parts that I feel went horribly wrong or just kinda meh about. And there are other parts that worked out pretty well. Like the water temple. I was not expecting to have as easy a time as I did with it. Like, that's always one of the things that I never want to have to do again. But obviously I need to for this run. Could have been worse. It could have been the Shadow Temple. That was worse than I thought it would be. And Ganon will curse our names for all eternity, which may or may not mean something since he does have the Triforce of Power. Someday, in a different game, when the seal is broken, exterminate because they can't say kill. I can though. Kill, kill, deathy, death, death, kill, death. Oh well, it's at least not as bad censoring as the old Dragon Ball Z episodes. I will send you to another dimension! Really? That's what giant energy blasts and explosions do? I thought they just outright fucking killed your ass and vaporized you. Aw, touching scene. Although, what are they standing on? They're literally floating in the sky. Where the hell are they? Seriously. There's nowhere in the game that is just sky except for cutscenes. Do they just forget to render in background? Do they feel that the destroyed castle area was too dark? Are we supposed to be in the spirit realm? Why would we be in the spirit realm? We just sealed Ganon here. Sorry, the sacred realm. It doesn't make any sense. And this is where the whole 2 different timelines, Zelda continuity, is developed. However, if you ask me, Zelda doesn't have a continuity. They're separate games, except for in certain cases where it's actually a sequel to one of them. Like, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 are actually 2 parts. Like, in the instructions, they heavily imply that it is the same Link. Actually, they pretty much outright say it is. But it's a different Zelda. It's like a Zelda from centuries ago. And I guess the first Zelda is still around somewhere, doing princessy things. Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, same Link. This Link and Majora's Mask Link, same Link. I would... Yeah, Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass are also the same one. Although I think Minish Cap is a standalone, and Spirit Tracks, as far as I know, is a standalone. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the DS Zelda games because of the stylus controls. If you could still move around using the D-pad and do things with the buttons and the stylus controls are just an option, that would have been cool with me. I hate touchscreens. I absolutely hate goddamn touchscreens. Hey, Miyamoto! No, seriously. I hate touchscreens with a passion. Mostly because I have to work with them, and I don't like not having tactile responses. That's why I still have an old flip phone with, you know, an actual keypad. And I kind of regret getting an iPod Touch as opposed to an iPod Classic. Classic. Random rant. So, yeah, what did you guys think of this? Just, was it adequate? Was it what you expected? Did I disappoint anyone with the fact that, yeah, the final fight needs a sword, not to mention 2 other fights, and there are certain puzzles that you can't get through the game without using a shield? Because, I mean, I knew those were happening, or were coming. I tried to prepare everyone for them as much as I could. And if I sound like I'm angry when I talk about that, it's not because I'm angry at you guys, the viewers, like my current subscribers and people who watch this right now. I'm just expecting either someone to randomly click on one of these episodes, like, oh, this sounds interesting, I'll watch it, what? This is a lie! He used a sword! And then leave, you know, nasty comments. And it's going to happen eventually. Like, that's an inevitability of the internet. Someone's going to see something and be uninformed about it and complain, or just troll anyway. So I'm going to try and not take it seriously when that occurs. But I don't know. You guys are actually pretty awesome, I'd have to say, as far as, you know, most people's viewers go and fans, because I hear other LPers who will literally have to complain all the time about their viewers for leaving stupid comments. Just like the most inane stuff. You guys don't do that, and I really appreciate it. Like, it makes me want to continue doing this. So, that's awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm incredibly average. Like, this really isn't a hard run to do. Or, LPing is not incredibly hard to do, I guess. I don't know, like I said, I'm average. I'm not amazing. I could do better commentary, or rather, better commentary than what I do can be done. But, yeah, this seems pretty cool. I enjoyed the giant party in Lon Lon Ranch with random colored fire. I'm not going to question how they do it. Also, why are Kokiri here? Like, I don't think I actually talked to any of them to, you know, get the full backstory. But yeah, the Kokiri aren't supposed to be able to leave the forest without, like, something bad happening to them, dying or turning to Staples or whatever. Yet, the scene already showed them playing with the windmill guy. So, why? Also, look, it's the Gerudo, who I guess hated Ganon once he got power as much as everyone else, so they were also happy that I stopped him. Maybe? How the hell did you get here, King Zora? Seriously, that fat jerk could barely move out of the way for me, this guy, to get into Lord Jabu Jabu's belly. How can he get here? And Isn't he, or is he bigger now than he used to be? Like, Mito and Link were, you know, the same size, and he didn't look quite that big. He looked freaking giant, like bigger than Darunia. Which, speaking of, there's Darunia! And all the other sages. Don't ask why I'm singling him out. He's not actually any cooler than the rest. Although Impa is probably the lamest of them all. I don't know why, she just is. Or, I just have a distaste for her. I don't know. Because I think she should have a bigger role in the game than she does. In fact, I kinda think I would like a more story-based Zelda than we've had. Twilight Princess does a pretty good job, though. Like, that game is actually really awesome. Too bad the only version of it I have is the Wii one, and I don't want to have to play through that again. Oh no! Navi's leaving! Boo-hoo! No one cares about you, Navi. Mrrr. Yes, the sound of me going mrrr is the sound of me telling Navi to go screw off. Hate Navi. Not as much as that owl, though. And didn't we hear these bells at the end of Star Fox 64 also? Like, go back and listen to that at the end of the game, when I think the Great Fox is flying off into the sun. I think they use the same ones, which isn't surprising. A lot of companies use the same sound effects, you know, in their own internal games. Like, Nintendo will, Konami will use the same ones in their stuff. Also, Konami just has a very specific sound to it in their older games. Like, you could tell Konami music from other music. Kind of like how you can tell Genesis music from Super Nintendo music. And that is it. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Done. The end. So, yeah, all I have planned now is to finish up Circle of the Moon and Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke, and then I'll actually start a new project. As far as Majora's Mask goes, I don't really want to have to do it. Like, seriously, that is probably my least favorite Zelda game besides the Oracles and and the DS ones. I don't like Majora's Mask very much, or maybe even at all. I would suggest watching either Batman's LP of it or Nintendo Capri Suns. They both have done very good ones. But for now, I'm going to end this, and I will see you guys in another LP. Don't be surprised if I do a Master Quest of this game. Maybe 3 hearts and other restrictions, maybe not. I'll have to decide that later. See you later.